We want to try, we want to be broken, you know, things like that, but we still have to search for justice.
Justice for Wilder, a large social media campaign following the death of a 2-year-old, continues as a father hopes for more answers. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us, Texoma. I'm Melanie Townsend.
And I'm Daryl Franklin. The Wichita Falls Police Chief says the PD is doing its due diligence when it comes to the child death investigation of Wilder McDaniel.
Well, Curtis Jackson joins us from the Police and Fire Training Center, where this morning's briefing first took place. Now, Curtis, you do have an update on autopsy results of Wilder. You got this right before the newscast, right?
Yeah, that's right, Melanie. Dallas County Medical Examiner Dr. Jeffrey Bernard just told us that the autopsy results are complete and should be released to a Wichita County Justice of the Peace very soon. Now, during this morning's briefing, Chief Manuel Borrego did not take any questions from reporters, but spoke for about 3 minutes about the police investigation. When Wilder's body was found at a home on Irving Place back on October 11th, Chief Borrego says it was investigated as a homicide, like all child death cases. Police say on that day, the detective division and crime scene technicians were on the scene and did a search of the home, collected all possible evidence, and interviewed the individuals who were in the house. Now, on October 22nd, police conducted a follow-up evidence search at the home of James Staley. He says that the evidence that was taken from the house has been taken to the lab, but those results are not ready at this time.
The property that was taken from the house as evidence has been sent to the lab for forensic results. We do not have that also. So right now what we have is we have an initial investigation where we've gone out, we've collected evidence, we've talked to people. That evidence has been sent off to the lab. We are waiting on an autopsy return, and everything else, the investigation is continuing on the underground.
Now, before the briefing, detectives did speak to Wilder's father, former MMA fighter Bubba McDaniel, to let him know what would be discussed today. Wilder's father, Bubba McDaniel, says when he heard about the briefing, he expected more questions to be answered.
I think that I had already known everything they were going to say in the first place, and from the way it looked right there, they're not saying anything anyway. So I expected something, but also nothing. And that's
so while Wilder's parents wait on the results to return, McDaniel says he wants the public to keep Wilder's name alive and hopes to keep pushing forward in this investigation. Now, in the meantime, Wilder's mother and father have hired their own lawyer, and he told us today that their law firm intends to do a full investigation and, if possible, file a lawsuit for the wrongful death of Wilder.
Okay, Curtis, I know you'll have more for us tonight at 10. Thank you so much for that report.
Now, when it comes to the autopsy results, KFDX has submitted a request to obtain those documents, but it is still unclear if or when we will get these results back.
Yeah, we only get the results if the Justice of the Peace, one of them, or the police department allow the medical examiner to release them to us. The PD could ask the Texas Attorney General to withhold those results.
Yep, that's right. So you can find the full police briefing with Chief Manuel Borrego over on Texomashomepage.com.